This is brutally honest advice that I would give my younger, poorer self. Now, I had a conversation with a friend the other day and they were just like, hey, if you could go back in time and talk to your 20-year-old self, what kind of advice would you give them? Like, what do you feel that you did wrong in your career that might have like stunted your growth or stopped you from getting to the next level sooner? And I really wanted to compile a list because I know there's a younger Brian out there, or Brianna, out there that is gonna watch this video and be like, huh, okay, I was about to make that mistake. Glad I watched this video. Number one, you're not poor, you just suck. The money that you make is in direct proportion to how good you are at solving whatever problem you're meant to be solving. If I take it back to my server days, I made good money because I was good at being a server. Like, if I had a horrible service, bringing the wrong food, not being personable, taking forever to greet my tables, I'm pretty sure that I would not have made that kind of money that I was making. The same thing applied to my event spaces. If BK Event Spaces had horrible looking venues, bad customer service, I definitely would not have been able to make it $1 million company. So when you are going out there into the world and you are trying to offer a service, whether you're doing hair or you're doing nails or you're doing Airbnb or you're doing real estate, think about what you're offering. Think about what you're putting out into the ecosystem, what you're putting out to the world. And if it's not selling, like everybody thinks that, oh yeah, I just gotta sell better, I gotta market better. And don't get me wrong, like that is true. Every business needs sales and marketing. But at the end of the day, would you rather spend time marketing a bad product or creating a good product? And that's gonna be the decision maker. Number two, multiple streams of income. I know we all heard that word before. Multiple streams of income is for people who lack discipline and discernment. Let me be very, very clear here. I'm referring to what the majority of society refers to as multiple streams of income, which is running multiple businesses that you have no business running. You can have multiple streams of income in one business. Now, I'm gonna take a business that I know absolutely nothing about, right? Let's take a bakery, for example. You can sell pastries and desserts. That's one stream. You sell recipes. That's another stream. You can be an influencer, so now you're getting brand deals. That's another stream. You can post on YouTube and collect AdSense. That's another stream. You can host bakery classes. That's another stream. That's 5 streams of income right there under the same business. You don't have to be running around like a chicken without its head doing an Airbnb and a real estate business and flipping houses and coaching and credit repair. Like, that's fucking dumb. And every single time, I'm not gonna lie, maybe like 9 times out of 10, if I see somebody who's running around doing 1,000 different businesses and they have no type of vertical integration or whatever the case may be, I'm like, this person's probably broke, honestly speaking. Now, we can go on and on, but the point is, when I gave that bakery example, it's all under the same business. Like, I feel like most people start multiple businesses to make up for their inadequacy in the original business. Like, my Airbnb business isn't going well, so I'm gonna flip houses, or my consulting business isn't going well, so I'm gonna start an agency. Because think about it like this. If the original business is doing well, why start another that has nothing to do with it? Again, like if it has to do with vertical integration, just to be clear about vertical integration, that's when you have a sub company that is corresponding to the upper company. Say for example, right, we have an event space business and then I know I have to hire cleaners, so I go and start a cleaning business. That's vertical integration. That makes sense. I'm not talking about people who go, like I said, start an Airbnb business and then go ahead and start like a consulting business and then go ahead and start like a credit repair business. Like, these things, you're doing a lot right now, bucko. You know what I'm saying? Now, I already know what people are gonna say, like, oh, Elon Musk runs multiple businesses. You're not fucking Elon Musk. Let's move on. Number 3, who you choose to hang out with determines your bank account. People confuse differentiation with alienation. Just because you choose to not hang out with somebody as much or on a consistent basis does not mean that you think you're better than them or don't like them. I literally had this conversation with a friend of mine and she's just like, oh, you know, I don't want these people to think I'm better than them. And I'm just like, do you think you're better than them? And she's like, well, no, we're just into different things. I'm like, and that's fine. You could be into different things and still be friends with this person. I have friends who love to smoke and drink all the time. I don't do either. I have friends who like to party all the time. I'm in bed by 10. You don't have to do the same things as somebody to consider them a friend. Now, if you do consider them a friend, I would love to think that they have your back when it comes to the right time. They support you, because if they're doing all those things and they still don't support you in whatever it is you're doing, then that person's not a friend. They're a fucking hater. You get what I'm saying? So when I was building BK Event Spaces, I missed birthdays, baby showers, parties, kickbacks, and it wasn't even because I wanted to. It was literally just I was working. Like, I just had events that I had to manage at that time. The true friends will understand and respect that you're on a mission. And I know that for a fact because all my friends that saw me building that company are still friends with me to this day. Number 4, whatever you're doing, be world class at it. When I transitioned to consulting fully after selling all of my brick and mortar event space locations, I learned more about the event space industry faster than when I was actually in brick and mortar because I was learning at the pace of hundreds of clients across the country rather than my little business in Brooklyn. At that point, I was able to uncover tons of problems that we could fix to make the process easier and easier for our clients, making them offer programs better and better and better. So many people get into business for the buck and not for the client experience. Think about how much easier it would be to get customers into your restaurant. Let's take a restaurant, for example, if they already knew the food was gonna be good. Nobu doesn't have to sell me on going to Nobu. I'm going to fucking Nobu. I knew the food's gonna be good. I know the customer service is gonna be great. I'm going to Nobu, right? Shout out Nobu. We put out the highest volume of free content and event space walkthroughs for event space owners and future event space owners, not only to build trust with our audience, but to show that we know what we're actually freaking talking about. Essentially showcasing that the food and the service is gonna be good. Our goal is to be world-class at what we do, and that should be your goal too. Number 5, beating the competition is inevitable, but so is feeling a type of way about it. When I first opened up my first event space, I didn't know what I was doing, and I knew I didn't want to fail, so I did what any logical person would do, and I asked for help. No event space owners would want to help. I asked for contracts, contacts, vendors, nothing. Super crabs in a barrel mentality. It wasn't until this one guy, shout out my guy Ivor, he gave me a leg up and I was able to kind of take it from there. One of the biggest things that I realized is that we were able to grow our business to about $150,000 a month at that point, while half of these other event space owners weren't even relevant anymore. Like, they had shut down. When you focus on being the best you can possibly be, everyone else who doesn't match that energy is gonna fall below you. It's honestly inevitable. You don't have to go out of your way to put anybody else out of business. If they aren't good enough, it'll happen naturally. Number 6, spend as much time around people who challenge you. When I was running BK event spaces, like, I was doing well, really well. But the problem was that at that time in my life, I thought I was that guy. Like, I thought it was hot shit, right? I had no sparring partners or anyone to aspire to be at that point. And it wasn't until I got into the digital space and the world got a lot bigger and I was just like, oh, these are the big dogs. Your success is directly tied to how good you are at what you do, how long you've been doing it, and the people you surround yourself with, period. Number 7, if you're not good, it's most likely because you haven't been doing it long enough, or the measuring stick just isn't as long as it should be. Let me be very, very clear here. There's a lot of people that I know personally who make a lot of money and what they sell is literal garbage. Like, no shade, like, hey, look, listen, anybody who can make a buck legally, like, I'm a fan, right? They found a glitch in the matrix. There's always an exception to the rule. This is for people who actually want to make good on their promises and not sell garbage. 9 times out of 10, if you're not good at something, you just need more reps. If you're not good at selling, sell more. Look at the data, or in this case, the game tape, and adjust. Not good at marketing? Market more. Try more angles, try more creatives. When it comes to the measuring stick, it really just comes down to who or what you are comparing yourself to. When I was making $20,000, $30,000 a month compared to my friends, I was doing amazing. Like I said, I thought it was hot shit. It wasn't until I got into the digital marketing space and seeing guys making like $1 million a month, and I'm like, whoa, okay, I am not hot shit. I had to change the measuring stick. I had to reset my expectations. I had to get uncomfortable. I had to get better. Okay, the guys who are spending $100,000 a month on ads, where are they allocating their dollars? How many creatives are they testing, right? The guys who are doing $1 million a month, like, what's their sales process like, you know? You know the output, now you have to determine the input. Guys, my name is Brian Waldron. These are, like I mentioned, some of the top things that I really, really wish I knew when I was younger, and I wanted to create this video just because I know there's a 20-something, 30-something, 40-something, whoever you are that's watching this video, and they're probably about to make this same mistake, and now they watch this video and now they don't have to. Again, my name is Brian Waldron. If you enjoyed this video, definitely make sure you throw me a subscribe, a like, a comment, and stay tuned for the next one. Let's get it, let's go.